Outside, in the night, began to glide the shadow-stalker Grendel from the marsh. Beneath the foggy hills, beside the bog and trackless over misty turf he moved, intending to ensnare some humankind. And joyless he arrived at our place. He tore the door down with a single touch, and stepped into the hall, the raging fiend aroused. And from his eyes, the monster's eyes, a hellish, ugly light sliced up the air. As he surveyed the hall, a troop of many warriors he saw on sleep upon their pallets, splayed, dreaming. Grendel's gut growled, his heart laughed. Here was hope of feasting full. He did intend to tear the life from every single body there. The first he grabbed, a handsome warrior, devoured huge morsels of the man alive, into his muscles bit, tore him apart, dragged down the gushing and delicious blood, and soon the whole corpse had consumed indeed, down to the feet and hands. Along he moved to seize another body. Beowulf lay still, and Grendel grabbed the hero hard, who did perceive his hostile plan at once, sat up in fierce response, and pitted weight into the monster's arm by holding thus, and Grendel gasped. In that time instant there, each fighter knew that nowhere on the earth existed one whose hands are harder. Fear floods into mind and spirit, forcing flesh to tremble in example of the rage, but Beowulf, his boast recalling, stood, and holding fast those fingers, cracked, and how the fiendish devil tried to flee. He pulled and tried to twist the hero's grip, which gained for every second inches on his arm. And then our place resounded with the din, the tumbling over of tables here, of benches there, through piles of weaponry, across the floor in raging clutches fought, and stranger noises rose. The horrid sound of Grendel's screaming throat exploded now. Defeat, song wailing painfully, hell's slave, caught in the arms of he who of all men upon the earth was strongest, fiercest. Now, by this time, all the warriors had leapt out of their beds, and ancient swords were drawn. They hacked and hewed and hemmed from every side the furious monster, sought his soul. No use. The Grendel had bewitched their weapons, yes, with black and hellish arts. The devil charmed their sword points dull, the edges blunt. Yet as of this very hour, time drew near, and death drew fearful near. Down would he go into the hands of fiends much worse than he. Our hero's grip did crush the monster so. Beowulf twisted at the devil's arm, pain flashed, and Grendel howled again as bone from sinew split and sprang apart. The joint lock crunched beneath the hero's hearty hands, which thirsted gore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But the Grendel escaped. To find a joyless death. And left behind a steaming bloody trail, at whose nether end stood Beowulf, rejoicing in his night's fierce work. Thank you.